Hello and welcome to the 2016 4th of July Parade here in beautiful Hingham, Massachusetts. I'm Eric Dresser, your host today and Executive Director of HCAM, who's bringing you this coverage of today's parade. I'm joined today by Vicki Donlin, who's just off of the race course from the road race every year.
Good morning, Eric. Great to be here.
Yeah, so happy to have you. And we'll have several other guests joining us throughout today's coverage as we watch the parade go by. And today is down 79 degrees, but it just hit 80.
Yeah.
And I have to say, though, it is about the best weather we have seen for a parade since
and
I've
for
been
the
doing
runners this morning, outstanding. I think we had 600 registrants just this morning. They woke up this morning and said, I got to get out and have a run. Why not do it down the main street? So
yeah.
Great turnout this morning.
So we are sitting here by the finish line of the road race, just down the hill, and sort of just down from Hingham Institution for Savings. And we caught the finish line here, and we had a whole bunch of we had cameras rolling on the finish line as well as following the progress of the race.
And for those who haven't seen it or weren't here this morning, let me tell you who our winner was. It was Jonathan Joyce, first place male, in a time of 23 minutes 11 seconds, and first female, Christina Campbell, 27 minutes on the dot, and she was our winner 2 years ago as a female. And I have to mention, very important, Herm Mesmer, 88 years old, finished the race again as the top male over 80. I think he was the only male over 80 this year with a time of just over a little over an hour. So
excellent,
great race for all.
Well, yes, as I said, it was a real cool morning to start things off. It was great for us to be down here setting up. The temperature was really comfortable for the setup, and it's now just about 10:30 as the parade is starting to reach us here. And that's about normal.
And I can see Uncle Sam coming down, and that's how we know the parade has started.
Yes, that's right. So he made his first appearance here in the parade, I'm reading, back in 1933, and I think he's been a perennial visitor ever since.
And it's just amazing because it really makes you feel like the 4th of July and Independence Day, and it's all about Uncle Sam. Great tradition.
Absolutely. We've got the traditional police color guard following as well, and that's traditionally a pretty loud point of the program as it comes by. So once that comes up, we'll probably leave you just to enjoy the sights and sounds of the parade for a moment before we come back.
We have plenty of concessionaires today as well. Nobody will go home without a balloon for sure.
Yeah, and just downtown here in this area, I think that there's another 2 or 3 rows of people that I'm, more than I'm used to seeing at the parade. This is just, I think the weather is just perfect.
Well, I have to say this morning, the moment the road race was over, the lines started to fill with parade watchers. So people like their favorite seats.
Yep.
Here he comes.
Uncle Sam coming to say hello to the parade visitors.
Absolutely beautiful. And this is the color guard?
Yeah, we've got the police color guard coming here next. They've stopped for a moment. See if they're going to... No, I don't know if they have any rifles to fire off here. Sometimes those will startle you.
I just noticed today that we have a couple of more female officers in Hingham.
Yep.
So the force continues to grow, and very proud of our Hingham police.
Absolutely. And we've got the police chief inside of the car here. And engine 3 going by right now as well from the Hingham Fire Department.
Nobody appreciates wonderful weather more than the fire and police department in Hingham for the 4th of July.
Next up, we've got the Hingham Youth Football marching unit and float coming by.
Players are carrying shovels, look at this. And of course the candy is already here.
And we have this year's theme for their float is tackling the snow and scoring for Hingham. I think that's where the shovels come in.
I see. Oh, all right.
But they're also, talking about helping to shovel out fire hydrants in the winter. They've done some great community service here around town. And, they partnered with the fire department to do that, which is probably right behind the fire department.
Well, and I know boys and girls ages 2 to 8 are eligible to play, so there are plenty of those here in Hingham. Here are our dignitaries.
Yep, I see Garrett Bradley up front.
I do, and I see Paul Healy, our selectman. Paul Gannon.
Mary Power.
Power, yes. And our school committee as well. Patrick O'Connor, the new state senator. Yep. Wonderful. And of course, Eileen McCracken.
Yep. Michael Puzo on the
town
far
clerk.
side.
Yes.
Town moderator.
Wonderful. On a day like this, everybody wants to run.
Oh, yeah.
And walk the parade route.
Well, it's much easier to walk this parade route downhill here from the high school. We sent a bicycle up the top earlier, and he said the ride back was definitely the preferred
Now our
side.
Hingham militia is coming upon us, and this morning they started off the road race, which has been a tradition.
No kidding.
For the road race. It was fabulous. So,
well, they have been in existence since 1637. They're a nonprofit, and they're active at the Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and St. Patty's Day parades.
And it was carried Torndoff Dick, who started the road race this morning, and I believe he said over 20 years he's been involved with the militia. So a terrific tribute to the historic piece of Hingham's history.
We'll have here, I'm sure, a gun salute. They usually do right about here.
And you've got to get prepared for that.
Yes. Looks like we're followed by our Grand Marshal right after that.
And well-deserved.
Yes, this year that is Mark Cullings.
And only Mark would ride in his own car. How nice.
Yeah. Can you blame him?
What a great tribute it is. He has done an amazing job, as we all know, with the Farmers Market and, of course, with the Hingham Heritage Museum. Well-deserved tribute to him.
And we're behind that. We've got our Veteran of the Year.
And Keith German. Keith also ran in the road race this morning. I interviewed him for HCAM, so I was thrilled to see him there. He's had a busy day already. Congratulations, Keith.
Yeah, wonderful.
A real honor.
And then we're followed by Hingham's Veterans Marching Unit.
Each year we notice that Hingham has a great tribute in every service. Marines and the Army, Navy. And there's Herm Mesmer, as I said. Already ran the race, and now he's marching in the parade. Good for you, Herm. Congratulations.
That's wonderful. I had seen this Humvee earlier, driving as I was around town, driving around this weekend. And you forget how big they are when you see all these H2s and H3s. But those,
look at those tires.
Hummer,
That's incredible. And soldiers' care packages. That's wonderful. We all want to support our troops. And as wonderful as the day it is here, we know that there are those who are doing their job overseas. So important to remember that as well on the 4th of July. Well done. Again, tribute to all the armed services.
And of course, this year's parade theme is Liberty and Justice for All.
Mm-hmm. And a great button it is.
We'll see.
I've seen them all over town.
We'll be seeing the button winner in just a few floats I see coming up.
And here comes the Linden Ponds Veterans Group. It's hard to imagine that Linden Ponds opened up in 2004. It seems like yesterday, and they have become such an important part of this community. I understand that their vets group is 11 years old, and it's made up of almost 200 active members. So,
wow.
What a great job they do at Linden Ponds to supporting the community and supporting the veterans in Hingham.
Yeah, they always make a great showing. We see them at all the Veterans Day events and Memorial Day events, and of course here at the 4th of July Parade, they always come out and make a great showing. So as we wait here, this parade actually costs about $35,000 a year. But would you believe it doesn't involve any tax dollars to pull this off? There's a bunch of fundraising that goes into making this happen, and some great work by the parade committee here in Hingham.
I mentioned this morning driving down Main Street for the road race, the amount of flags supporting the parade. Most homes on Main Street have the flags up and down their driveways, and it's a wonderful tribute to this important parade.
And I think this may be the third year that we're doing this 50 Flags campaign through the parade committee, and it has been a great fundraiser with tremendous community support.
Well,
really
like any other fundraiser, it takes a few years to get it going, but I noticed every house on Middle Street this year has the flags, as we do down at the Meadows. So very proud, and what a great way to not only decorate the town, but to support the parade.
Yep. And so now we actually also have our first guest joining us this morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Suzanne. Suzanne Buchanan from the Hingham Historical Society.
Good morning, Suzanne. Great to see you. Thanks for joining
coming
us.
out.
Hey, everybody. Oh,
Beautiful
thanks
day.
for having me. It's wonderful. Perfect day for a parade.
And on a Monday, you know, it's nice. This has been this sort of exclamation point at the end of the weekend here. It's such a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
Now, you clearly, I'm sure this is a busy weekend for you because people want to know all about the history, and you're so involved with that. Anything that you want to share with our audience about what you're undertaking this weekend?
Well, we just finished on Saturday our 10th vintage baseball game, Summer Classic, at Derby Academy. It was great. We had an excellent turnout. The Derbies won again. The Cougars have only ever won once in the 10 years. That was just a great, really fun event. Brings out a lot of people. And it's funny because I was thinking this past week, I wonder when the first 4th of July parade was in Hingham. I've not been able to figure that out.
Well, I've got a bunch of statistics here. I'll have to dig through them and take a look.
Really? I did figure out one interesting piece of trivia, and that is that the oldest 4th of July parade in the country is in Bristol, Rhode Island. They had their first one in 1785. They've had one every year since
Continuous,
then.
yes,
So,
I understand that.
I bet
And here
Hingham
we
could give them a run for their money.
Yeah, we have the Crusaders marching band going by, and we'll continue to try to chat with you while they go by, but see how loud they play as they come by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know Hingham is right there with Bristol, though, in terms of longevity, but I think they've got just the edge by just a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're looking for that kind of data, it can take a while to find it in your own collections.
A crowd loves a band. There's no question. That will certainly get you pumped up and ready to party.
And a band makes a parade.
It certainly does. It gets you marching.
Yes, and this band was founded in 1991, but they continue the tradition going back to the 60s and 70s that this band has been performing since.
This is something I could not do, walk and play an instrument at the same time.
I know. And we're followed here by the parade button design winner, who is from South School, and proudly flying the South School flag that's there.
Wonderful.
So
It's a gorgeous design. And I can only imagine how difficult it is to choose a winner.
Yeah, we went through the piles. I was at that meeting that night.
Were you?
And,
oh, my goodness.
Piles and piles, and
Yeah.
so many great submissions.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. It brings everything important about Hingham right to the button. So.
Yeah, really did a great job of capturing the theme.
And speaking about the Hingham Vintage Baseball, here they are.
Here they are.
Before they fully catch up, I do want to make sure we mention that the parade button design winner was Claudia Montenegro. And she was really inspired by the American flag as the theme, and just wanted to incorporate that liberty and justice for all.
That's a great theme. These are all the baseball players who came out of the game uninjured.
Oh, good. Well, it was a beautiful day for the game as well. So
Oh, it was wonderful.
good for them for participating. Part of the history of our
It's
town.
a great day for the parade, too, because it's not too humid.
No, and the breeze certainly makes it all
Perfect,
that
yeah.
more lovely.
Wow. Okay, so after the baseball players, I think one of my favorite parts of the vintage cars.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wonderful.
You know, we have our house tour coming up in the fall, and one of the things we're adding to our historic house tour this year are vintage cars.
No kidding.
Really?
Each house will have a vintage car out
Oh, that
front
is such a great
with a
addition.
person there
Great
to interpret
idea.
the history of the car, and yeah,
Wonderful.
isn't that cool?
Oh, that's
Well,
excellent.
I mean, because really we wait till the 4th of July to see these cars out, and many
Yeah.
times you only see them about the week before. I always
Yes.
think people are just making sure they're going to make it down the route.
Right.
But
Yeah.
how wonderful. Here we have a little band, followed by some clowns. That's the Firehouse Dixie Band. Aha.
Oh, no. Oh, my
A little
goodness.
clowning around.
Yes, these are the Aleppo Shriners clown unit. Clowns include Rolo, Angus, Hightower, Doodad, Snarfire, Snarfy, Do No, Phazo, Band-Aid, Joko, Coco, Swifty, Rascal, and many more.
Oh,
Well,
wonderful.
clowns are always fun for the kids. When you ask the kids what's your favorite part of the parade, it starts off with candy, but they eventually say clowns.
Yeah. How many clowns can you fit in a tiny train?
That's right.
That's the trick.
And all those big shoes.
So earlier we were talking about the 50 Flags campaign, and that's a wonderful event. That it's a $50 donation and brings 50 flags to your lawn. For $100, they can do 100 flags, or the 50 flags for 2 weeks. And then after that event is all over, one flag stays up to denote the fact that they supported the event. But otherwise, those things are moved. Those flags are actually moved all about town because it would be quite a number of flags otherwise. And here
Great.
we've got our
That's
float
a
coming
wonderful
by.
fundraiser.
Yes.
HCAM TV
This
float.
is the HCAM float. And,
Very appropriate.
We are filming actually the parade route right from the back of this truck, so all of the people going by can see themselves on cable.
That's nice.
Lots of candy coming out.
I have to give a shout out to your program
That's all of them.
whereby you loan
15.
the equipment, because one of my volunteers is going to be filming our introductory video for the new museum using the HCAM equipment. She's borrowing
Yeah,
it from.
she came down last week,
yeah.
and a lot of excitement.
We,
She's
when we could never have done that without
Well,
that
that's-
program.
It
That's, you know,
provides a
we-
great
Yeah,
service
it's wonderful.
for
Yeah.
so many events and so many opportunities that people at home who don't get an opportunity necessarily to get out
Yeah.
are able to see.
Well, and speaking of
everything that's going on.
partnerships, and, here's
look
our
at that.
sponsors just going by who helped to make this parade possible.
Wonderful
But
to see.
We're happy to do that at HCAM as well.
Wonderful to see businesses support the community, and particularly this wonderful holiday.
Wow. Look at that one.
Some people like to rev their engines during a parade.
Here we've got the Hingham Farmers Market coming
All
up as
right.
well.
probably the most popular Saturday attraction in Hingham.
Oh,
People
certainly.
come from all over to the bathing beach to support this fabulous farmers market.
We've got some additional walkers here from the Plymouth County 4-H Club, which is several boys and girls who just love animals, and looks like they were founded in 2013, and they teach about animal health, and they also are a regular participant in the Marshfield Fair.
Okay. And I see a community service to animal shelters as well, so very important animal rescue.
Important
very
community
important.
service, yeah.
Absolutely.
And we've got the Abington High School Marching Band, who's been here several times, and they put on a great show.
Oh, they're great, aren't they?
I've always wanted to know if you added up all the participants in a 4th of July parade, how many actually are here? Between the young and the old, I mean,
yeah.
a parade is something that you find the very, very young and participating on. We see this float. I see very young children as well as
Yes.
our residents at Linden Pond. So
And we've got
very
this is
important part.
The 32 Bear Cove BPSA Scouts. And they're a somewhat new scouting program, but they've been here in the parade for the past few years.
We have, you notice the vintage cars are sprinkled
Yeah,
throughout our
yeah.
parade,
That's
which is a
correct.
lot of fun. And the Hingham Civic Music Theater.
And there's a walking cake.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so it seems that the show this year is Beauty and the Beast, which will
Oh,
be performed
one favorite of
that's
all.
what we're
at
seeing.
Town Hall this October. They were founded in 1948, and we bring live theater to the South Shore through wonderful performances such as Beauty and the Beast will be, I'm sure.
And they put on fabulous performances. So Beauty and the Beast is
Oh,
loved
there's
by
the Beast.
all ages.
And there's Beauty.
Wonderful. And
Oh,
we
that has
really
to
have
be
a
fun.
vintage car here.
No kidding.
Wow, it looks like a Model T.
As
maybe,
I
or
was
a
going to
Model
say,
A.
I'll let you
Yeah.
say it. You're the historian. I wanted to say Model T,
No,
and
I
I
don't know
thought,
about cars.
I'll let Suzanne say it.
I have tried not to go out on any limbs.
That's
with car
right, that's
guesses
right.
This year. That's been a note to myself from past years.
I'm just dumb enough to take a guess.
That's right.
Here we've got
Let's see,
Cub
Cub
Scouts.
Scouts. All
That's really
right.
sweet.
Many years ago, I walked with the Cub Scouts, and it was a great treat to get the young boys involved in a Hingham tradition. So
Yep.
I always love to see them out there and participating.
I think Hingham has one of the oldest scouting programs in the country. I know we have one of the oldest Girl Scout programs.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
know that we probably have one of the largest group of young men who become Eagle Scouts.
Oh, that's interesting.
A lot
Yeah.
go right through the whole program. So
Yep.
it's
Well, Suzanne, I wanted to thank you for joining us.
Oh,
We're going to bring
thank you
Liz
for
in to join
having
us
me.
next. But thank you so much. I hope you've continue to enjoy the event.
I will. It's a
Beautiful
great
day and the weather
yeah.
and everything else that's going on
and
this weekend.
continued success with all that you do for
Oh,
for
bless
us
you.
in Hingham
Thank
who
you
really
so
care
much.
about the historic
Yeah.
piece. You're
It's
you're a marvel for us. So
We're
thank
having
you very
a lot
much.
of fun doing it, so you don't need to thank us. Thanks so much, guys.
Take
great
care.
And while we make that switch here, we'll tell you some more about the fundraising that goes into this parade and making it happen. There's another wonderful event that we do each year, and it's the Selectmen's Cup. It's a recently returned piece of the fundraising efforts here. This year it raised over $13,000 in funds for this parade.
And I know that this year, particularly, South Shore Country Club Golf Course has never looked better. So what a joy it is to participate and be part of that incredible fundraiser.
Certainly.
So for those who haven't done it in the past, they really ought to take a look and think about it for next year.
And I think the weather that day that they had that cup this year was just like today. It was another
Exactly.
beautiful sunny day. It was wonderful. Well, so Liz Klein is joining us from the Hingham Downtown
Hi.
Association.
Good morning, Liz. Happy
Thank you so
4th.
much.
Happy
for joining
4th.
us.
Thanks for having me.
Certainly. So how's your 4th of July weekend been so far?
Wonderful, wonderful. We couldn't have asked for better weather,
Oh.
and this is just such a gorgeous time to be in Hingham. Between the fireworks, the road race, the parade, it's just amazing.
I mentioned earlier that at the road race this morning, we found people from as far away as South Africa.
Really?
So I have to say that must make the businesses of Hingham very happy,
Yes.
because they've got to stop for a few treats before they leave, whether it's food or clothing or gifts. So it's wonderful to see so many people. We spoke to so many people from out of town.
Good.
For
That
businesses, that's important, of course.
Yes, definitely. For the downtown area, we're thrilled to see so many people from out of town coming, enjoying Hingham, and hopefully they'll be back to shop and eat and see what it's all about.
And as we look forward to a new Lincoln building, which will bring even greater shops to the town, business couldn't be better in Hingham. Is that what you're seeing?
It's going well. It's
Good.
going well. We have some new shops bringing life back to the square, and just kind of, it's always changing. So there's always new things to see. New boutiques are sprouting up. We're excited for what will be in the Lincoln building.
Great.
And we have a fun summer planned. So the sidewalk sales are coming. July is always a great month down here. We have Summerfest on July 30th from 12 to 4 with live music, and the Aldous Collins bands will be with us.
That was a great event last year.
Yes, so we're really excited about that.
And here we've got the Situate Band rolling by, and just a moment ago we had Hingham Youth Hockey get by, which I don't mean to slight. They've got 600 plus participants a year, so they're certainly a wonderful organization here in town.
Yes.
And our Citizen of the Year, who has in past years joined us at this table, is this year being honored as Hingham Citizen of the Year. That's
Jerry Duff.
Yes.
Well, I'm sitting in for Jerry, so I thank her for that, because she's Citizen of the Year and I get to sit next to Eric and moderate the parade. So it's a great honor to be here. So, but I'm so proud of all that she does for the town.
Yes, looks like she has some Girl Scouts with her.
She does.
Adorable.
She's a great lady and a great supporter of everything Hingham.
And speaking of Jerry, she's very involved with the Girl Scouts, amongst other organizations here in town, and they're following her right next in line.
Yes.
Just recently, the Girl Scout House had a grand opening with all the work that has happened there. They were part of some CPA funding. And if you have not been able to get over there, I recommend that everybody take a look at this historic building that Hingham can be very proud of, that the Girl Scouts locally fought hard to keep open and running.
And I'm just seeing here that there's 30 to 40 active troops here in town of Girl Scout troops, and that is just wonderful. We talked earlier about the age of the scouting programs here in town, but certainly a wonderful program here in Hingham.
Yes, it's great. The girls can start in kindergarten, which is really sweet. It's a nice program. That's my daughter's troop going by.
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad you're here with us. when that happened.
Yeah. She's actually with the softball group today.
Oh, yeah.
So, but she walked last year with the Daisies.
That's great. And we are joined next by the 7th Regiment Drum and Bugle Corps, founded in 2002. They do all sorts of traveling throughout the country over the summer, and they compete in drum corps competitions. They include brass, percussion, and dancers.
This is one of my favorite parts, because I've always wanted to be able to do that twirly thing. And they do it so beautifully.
Right.
And in such perfect rhythm. Northumberland Bugle Corps.
Yes,
oh
I
my
think
goodness.
So have you got any further plans for the rest of the 4th of July weekend?
So we have a few barbecues, enjoying with friends and family today. So yeah, it should be a great day.
Good. Well, this has certainly been, in my books, one of the best weather weekends we've had for the 4th.
Definitely, and you can see it. The crowds are here, so it's nice. It's nice to see the community come together. And
Liz, you do a magnificent job with the business community, and we really appreciate it because it really is important. We know there's the Derby Street shops, we know there's the Hingham shipyard, but you do it all in the center of town, and it really is important. So you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to seeing you for Summerfest.
Yes.
We'll be right back down.
Excellent. We'll see you at Summerfest.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Happy 4th.
Thank you.
I believe we're being joined next by the Bear Cove Fire Museum, this museum includes a collection of artifacts, equipment, and documents, restored antique fire apparatus, and all sorts of informative materials on firefighting technology throughout the years.
And if people haven't been to the Bear Cove Fire Museum, it is a treat.
Oh, it's such a treasure here in town. This is not
gosh.
something that you find everywhere.
No, Hingham really puts a lot of effort. And another thing that our friend Jerry does, she's very involved with, of course. So,
and we're joined by another guest this morning, Mike Pereno.
Good morning.
Past police chief and past grand marshal of this year parade.
Yes, it's
welcome back.
Hey, good to see both of you. Thank you for having me. This is a gorgeous day.
And you're not working the long hours of a 4th of July weekend.
This is the first time in like 38 years that I have not had to get up at 4:30 in the morning on the 4th of July. So it was nice sleeping in today.
Yeah,
but
that's excellent.
It's such a beautiful day here.
The whole weekend.
Yeah.
How many parades did you participate in, be part of, oversee?
Well, the first parade I was ever in was when I was 12 years old. My Little League World Series team, we won West Hingham Pharmacy, and so we were in the parade. And that was my first time in the 4th of July parade. And then once I became a police officer, I worked every single parade except for 1985, and that was the year my daughter was born. She was born on July 3rd. So I missed that one.
Yeah.
But ever since then, it's every parade, and it's just it's a great tradition in Hingham, and it's always a great parade.
Excellent.
First Foot Guard, a recreated British regiment of the American War for Independence. Here comes some more of our floats. What are you enjoying most in your retirement?
Well, I think I'm most enjoying is spending so much time with my granddaughter,
of course.
Madison. And Linda and I have been doing a lot of traveling, which has been something we didn't do a lot of when I was working. So that's what we're doing. We just got back from Aruba, and we're going to Italy in October. So
good for
you.
you.
Try to do some traveling.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So we spend a lot of time up north too at our place in New Hampshire. So we're enjoying it.
I'm sure you
good.
are.
I miss a lot of the guys. You know,
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure they love to see you when you're back.
Yeah, saw many of them this morning, so it was good.
And here we've got this, I think, is the baseball. So this is the Hingham Little League. Oh, and we can see why. I believe that I saw the banner that they had won.
They all have Fenway T-shirts on. Fenway, Hingham,
How you doing,
Mohawks.
Anthony?
All right. Beautiful float. Great tribute to baseball.
All children 5 to 12 years old are eligible for that, for Little League. And the kids from the World Series teams are on the float. So over 800 kids are served by the Hingham Little League program. And they've been in this parade for over 20 years.
It's amazing.
They were in it when I was 12. So.
Exactly. There are a lot of folks very passionate about their baseball in Hingham.
Yes.
So as a recreation department chair, I know how important the baseball is to our town.
Yeah.
And here I believe we have the Colonial Pipers. It's a youth bagpipe band with members ranging in age from middle school and up. They perform in Boston College football games. They've traveled to New Jersey, Washington, D.C., and Canada. I think they're going to play for us here for a moment. We'll let them play.
All right.
And here's the Orange Theory Fitness, a sponsor this morning of the road race. And they very nicely escorted us down the road race route so that we could take pictures of the runners.
Excellent.
The Company Theater is doing Legally Blonde, July 29th to August 20th. Company Theater really does a wonderful job in bringing theater so close to home.
You know, they see over 30,000 patrons a year there. And we've got Daly and Wanzer going by. It's a 1928 AB Mack antique truck, and no, I'm not guessing on
We
that
didn't
one.
guess on that one either.
I had that
We
in
got
front
the
of me,
Model T.
thankfully.
I thought we were doing well with that one.
And here, who do we have next? I think this is the 5th Massachusetts Battery. Do they have a cannon there? Yes, that would
All
be
right,
them.
this is what I always prepare for.
I don't know if they'll be firing that cannon this year.
And those uniforms are so hot.
Oh, wool, yes.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have a little bit
Little
cooler.
breeze.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's just under this tent. That feels that way.
Yeah.
So any other plans for the rest of the this holiday weekend?
Yep. Well, today will be cookout with my daughters and family, so it'll be a nice end with a nice little weekend. It's been an awesome weekend. So yeah, so we'll be doing that. And
That's great.
it's just so. I'll tell you, just walking around here today, looks like one of the bigger crowds I've ever
Well,
seen.
I just think that the weather has been so perfect.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't know what it was, if it was something about this winter and spring, but it just seemed like June just went by in a flash.
Yeah. Yep.
And
And,
I probably say that every year, but
Yeah. but
Well, I
you
know
just-
they had record crowds to the fireworks.
Yeah. Again, that was
uh,
that was nice to be able to sit
People
there.
were
and-
lining up at 3:30 this afternoon
It was.
on Saturday, and we had record crowds this morning for the road race. So 3 cheers for the tone you set for the police department, and 3 cheers for the police department. Chief Olson has done a great job filling your shoes and making sure this is a safe 4th of July for all.
Yeah, there's just so much prep that goes into this whole weekend. I mean, you're talking months of prep. And, it used to be like when this parade was over, we'd sit in the office and just take a big sigh of relief. Now we can go and enjoy the summer.
Only a few hours left.
you know, we
Right.
feel sort of the same after we get through our coverage.
Yeah, but it just takes a lot of preparation. And, they probably got over 30, 40 guys working, this whole parade road race. It's a lot, but you just want to make it a family safe event.
Well, you certainly do, and I know that the people of Hingham appreciate it. Those of us who've gone through the Hingham Police Citizens Academy know how hard and the job that you do. So I, for one, congratulate you and all of your colleagues for keeping this town as wonderful as it is. So kudos to you, and thank you.
It's a great police department. It's a very young group, but they're very proactive, and they're doing a great job.
TV. Well, Mike, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us. I see Eileen McCracken is waiting over in the corner as well to come
Yep.
and join us next.
And
So
I just before I leave, I just want to give one big shout out when that dare float comes down. That's always
is that coming right up?
That's
Well,
always been my
absolutely.
favorite. So
well, I think I was your inaugural class.
that's
in that,
right, you
so
were, Eric. I didn't want to bring that up.
Yes.
I will do it. I'll
But-
date myself. I know
all right,
it's
thank you
hard to
very
roll.
much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
joining
Victor.
us. Happy
Absolutely.
4th.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much for
Happy
joining
4th.
us.
Best
again.
wishes to you and your wife and your family.
Thank you very much.
All right. And then we've got the South Shore Democratic Caucus coming up next. We've got lots of patriotic bunting and flags as we are commemorating FDR's For Freedom speech with Norman Rockwell's For Freedoms painting coming up here. It really highlights this year's theme of liberty and justice for all. And with that, we'll welcome you to our guest spot here, Eileen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Great to see you, Eileen.
I'm loving being here. I've done it a couple of times before, and I've enjoyed it. So thank you for inviting me again.
Absolutely. We would like to get the first-hand account of how the march was down.
The march was great. There's a lot of people on the side, and there's places that, of course, where it's shady that there's more than others, but a good group of people. It's exciting. I love marching in the parade.
Yes. And it's a beautiful day. We've all commented on how nice the weather is today.
Oh, what a beautiful day. There's a breeze.
Yeah, this
There's
year,
Burns.
the entire weekend has just been so beautiful. And then with this parade on the last day of the holiday weekend, it's just been truly a wonderful weekend.
So what do we have coming up next?
I believe we've got CPAC and SNAP, two
wonderful,
relatively new programs, just with a ton of wonderful work here in town. CPAC is the Special Education Parent Advisory Council, and SNAP is the Special Needs Athletic Partnership.
And there's Dot Gallo holding the banner.
Good for her.
And they just do such a great job serving so many students in town.
She recently got an award. Oh, let me think of what it was. I'll think about what it was.
Unsung heroine.
Unsung heroine,
yes,
that's correct. Thank you.
Takes two.
Yes, it does.
And right after them, we've got the Hingham High School Rowing Association.
Wonderful.
Float and marching. And that program has just become huge.
Right.
They serve, it says here, 100 to 130 rowers each season.
Wow. It started in 2006, so this is their 10th year, and the program continues to grow.
Good for them. Wow. Look at this with the tractor pulling them. That's great.
Yes, the Standish Guards, Drum and Bugle. Based in Plymouth, Mass. Instruments and instruction provided at rehearsal, so we'll let them play as they roll by.
Not to be outdone, the Hingham Republican Club is here.
Yep, members of the committee and future members of the committee are the next generation of Republicans, children, nieces, and nephews of the committee members. They hold monthly meetings, an annual candidate forum events, Christmas celebration, and Flag Day party.
That's great.
I'm noticing a little less candy being thrown this year. I'm sure that the DPW will be happy about that. Or they're running out by the time they get to the square.
Oh,
I
that
don't
could
know.
be. I got my one piece.
Oh, you got
good
your
job.
one piece. Eileen, is this weekend put any stress on your job as town clerk?
No,
or?
thankfully.
All right.
We've had quite a year this year with all the elections and everything we had. And then I was a little worried when Garrett Bradley said that he was leaving, that we might have to have another election, but it's going to be handled a little differently.
I understand, yes.
Okay.
That'll be very interesting.
Might be Hingham Girls Soccer. Let's see. Yes, it is. This is Hingham Girls Soccer.
Girls Soccer.
The theme here is artificial green turf and small soccer goal. Banners with team cheers, together and believe.
That's great.
And I understand D2 state champs, 2014 and 2015.
Oh,
Good for
wow.
them.
Good for them.
Great mentors and role models on and off the field.
And soccer is a program that continues to grow for all ages. The rec department, we have the little kickers as young as 2 years old. So it's never too early or too late to get involved in soccer, which is a wonderful way to be active.
Yeah. I know my daughter's out in the backyard with me kicking the
Yeah,
soccer ball.
good for her.
Good for her.
Anything yet,
Yeah, it's excellent. Great for
she loves it.
coordination. And
Yeah.
Oh, that's appropriate
Our
there.
stilt walker.
yes.
Yes.
how they make it all the way down, because
gosh.
there is a bit of a hill there, I have to say. I'm not sure I could do it on a flat surface, but I definitely would have trouble coming down that hill.
Yes.
What do you think, Eileen? You want to try it on stilts next
No,
time?
thank you. I don't think so.
It'll be a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
I assume people who do this for a living.
Oh, they must.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's very appropriate they're playing the grand old flag
Yes,
right underneath the flag.
yes.
That's great.
Yep. You gotta love. He's going for the high fives.
Yes.
Real high, the 10-foot tall high five.
Yes.
I'm trying to understand what happens if you drop one of those
Oh, I know.
things that you're juggling.
You need an assist.
Juggling pieces.
Somebody must have to throw it up to him.
Yes.
Well, next we have the Northeastern
Very
Italian
nice.
Band,
Very nice.
St. Alfio's, founded in 1998. Original name was St. Alfio's Band of Lawrence. There's 19 musicians that range from early teens to 80-plus years old, and they perform all throughout Northeast New England.
There's something about this song.
Yes.
My husband taught my 2-year-old granddaughter to sing it just the other day.
Oh, my.
One rendition, and she could sing it all the way through.
Excellent.
So
Oh, that's
there's
great.
something to do with the rhyming or the melody,
Oh,
but
probably.
it's a wonderful song.
Oh, and we certainly have to mention the Clydesdales going by
Clydesdales.
here.
This
Wow.
is so
really
beautiful.
something to behold. This is
My favorite part of her
Yes.
parade.
Aren't they beautiful?
Gorgeous.
They from Duxbury? Looks like it.
yes, they're from the Hobby Knoll Stales in Duxbury.
There you go.
They have 6 Clydesdales. They
Wonderful.
do offer sleigh rides and hay rides,
Oh, great.
not just in town parades.
I wonder if they do that here in the, you know how they have them?
Right. I'm not sure who does that, but that's wonderful. And here we have
It's
our
the wrestling
Hingham wrestling
team.
team.
Yes, Hingham High Wrestling.
Champs 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016.
Wow, look at
What
that.
a ride.
That's great.
No kidding. And the varsity members of the team are riding on the float, and that is a true float. That is a floating
is.
pontoon float. I like their theme.
Wave. Just have them wave. Come on.
Congratulations. Look at that. 28-0.
You know, it's interesting to
This
note here,
year's.
I'm reading that the team also established the first HHS Veterans Appreciation
Oh,
club.
great. That's very nice.
Within, as a spin-off there. So
I
that's
know that
really-
one of the members is Keith German's son, so that could be why.
And
I
this
believe
is
we've got
our
Hingham
youth
wrestling
wrestling.
after that. They serve youth wrestlers from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Wow.
And they're actually also the South Coast League champions and the 3rd place in the New England duels. Crowned 11 state champs and 2 New England champs this year.
Everybody's favorite car from the 70s, a Mustang convertible.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should say my favorite car.
Well, the Corvette owners might not be happy.
That's
with it.
right.
And this is followed by the Kids Cabaret. And they're going to be doing Willy Wonka in 2016.
Oh,
Wonderful.
They were founded in 1989, a musical theater summer program, student-run, nonprofit for kids 18 through 16 on the South Shore.
It is certainly a great way for kids to learn group cooperation and a little bit of individuality and responsibility and overcoming some of the obstacles and just getting involved and participating. Not everybody is on the sports fields, and it's wonderful to get involved with the arts and
that's a very
participate
good point.
in theater.
Yes. This is cute.
Yes, this is the
Here's
Goldfish
the
Swim
goldfish.
School. Yeah, we were seeing this earlier.
How adorable is that?
Located in Braintree.
Yep. Teach water safety instruction, and they're targeted obviously towards kids throughout the bright colors. They serve almost 1,500 students with swimming lessons. They do parties and free water safety presentations.
Wonderful.
And that's followed by the Roma Band here, who we're hearing. The Roma Band perpetuates the devotion of the Italian community and to tourists and locals in the North End, mainly engaged in support of religious fests and cultural events on Boston North End. But they play without sheet music. I don't know if you noticed as they were going by. No sheet music. Just sort of respond to whatever the band leader suggests.
That's great.
So Eileen, what does the rest of your summer look like? Is it a busy time for you in the town?
It's not in town. It isn't a busy, but we have a few things planned, so that's great. After this, we're going to a cookout.
Good.
Right, Bob?
Well, I see my mother was making an appearance on the screen, and now we've got the Rotary Club going by here. Selling parade buttons. Get your parade buttons.
There they go. There's Ginny.
Make sure you support the parade, and the parade buttons. Obviously we've mentioned the design, but those parade buttons go back to 19.
Is it 90?
90, I think.
90. Oh, I don't have them back then.
92.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm missing only 94.
Oh, okay. We'll keep a lookout for it.
That's
Find
right.
it,
Yes.
shoot me an email.
I think that'd be nice if people would, if they do have old ones, that bring them into my office because a
Absolutely.
lot of people ask for them.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have a collection of all of them.
So they're sold
do
for
you? That's
a donation
wonderful.
of at least $1.
Sure.
A lot of people will give $50 or
Right.
even $100 for that parade button, and it's those small acts like that go so far in helping to support this parade.
Yes.
And it's never too early to start for next year's parade.
No.
I speak for the parade committee on that. I'm sure
Oh,
getting
yeah.
started early.
Yes. And the buttons were out very early this year,
Yes,
so
they
that
were
was a good
early.
thing.
Well, the Rotary Club, just to wrap up on them, they meet every Thursday at the South Shore Country Club, and they're also a great program. So certainly worth looking into if someone is interested in some of the wonderful community service that they do.
I'm going to be their guest this week.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
All right. And you're going to speak on?
I guess on being the town clerk.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, the Rotary is certainly a great supporter of everything in town. I know they've been a great supporter of the rec, and it's really an important way for businesses to get together and share like.
We just missed that
Yeah, we
cute
had
little
the
dance team.
Hingham High Dance Team go by, and also the Hingham Recreation Funky Feet Dance Program.
Our
that puts
Funky
us-
Feet, who
yes.
will soon be in the new recreation barn
Excellent. Oh,
come this
great.
fall.
Oh, can't wait.
That band you just heard is the Providence Brass Band going by as well.
It'll be nice that building is being used.
I'm asked every day when the bathrooms will be opening. It's a very busy place in town, as we all know.
Yes.
Cronin Field, certainly now with the playground.
Right. Look at that
Bringing
car.
in
Isn't that great?
grandparents. And,
Yes, we're leading off the Hingham Girls Softball float here.
Wave.
They're waving with their pitching arm.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, they're throwing that candy with a cannon.
Good job. It's always great that all the companies let people use their trucks for the
yes.
for
Here
the
comes our
floats and
most
everything.
beautiful
We've
float.
got our most beautiful, and my
Excellent.
sheet here says that this is Suasquela, so I think Suasquela is next up.
And this is really decorated.
Well, they've been doing this parade now for over 10 years. They're the first and only full immersion private school in Massachusetts with classes in Spanish and Mandarin located right here in Hingham.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And they have
Nicely
really
done.
embraced the theme of liberty
Yeah.
and justice
Yes,
for all.
they do. And look at all those adorable little faces enjoying the parade. And their participation, they'll remember this for a long time.
It's another beautiful car.
Yes. We were mentioning how nice it is
one's-
to see the vintage cars.
Yes, Camaro here going by. And then we're joined by the Worcester Brass Band right behind that.
Oh, look. Had a lot of bands this year. It
Yes.
seems like a lot more than we've had in the past. They're great. It's nice.
Yeah, we we certainly get that patriotic 4th of July sound that, that we
Here comes a nice little Surrey with the fringe on top.
I love this. I saw this at the beginning of the
adorable.
parade. Isn't she the cutest?
My notes here say Teresa Pinnell's granddaughters. So I don't know if that's who that is, but I will tell you that is one neat-looking ride.
It is. Good job.
Very cute. And she knows what everyone's looking for. More candy.
Absolutely.
Looks like a big group coming up now.
Yes. This is who we were hearing from Chief Pereno about, the DARE program coming up from his shout-out. He was, of course, Hingham's first DARE officer.
He was.
He was.
I was in Hingham's first DARE class.
Oh, good for you. Oh, wow.
Though it wasn't 2000. I think it may have been 94.
Okay.
We had that first class. He'll probably correct me if I'm wrong.
And you'll notice that the posters have an anti-drug, good decision-making theme.
Yes, certainly.
Which is important at every age.
These posters were decorated by the 6th graders, and the walkers are all Hingham Middle School students. Somewhere in there is Officer Rob Ramsey, DARE officer. Yep, I see him.
I don't see him, but he must be there.
I thought I caught him.
And another Drug and Bugle Corps.
Yes, this is the Boston Crusaders. They visit us most years. They were founded in 1940, and they're the 3rd oldest junior drum and bugle corps in the nation, made up of brass, percussion, and color guard members. All of the members are under the age of 22, and they travel over 10,000 miles each summer to perform at over 40 competitions.
Aren't they beautiful, though?
Incredible. Wonderful.
Got the Boston Crusaders support vehicle, and followed by, this looks like an old Lincoln. Oh, sorry, Oldsmobile.
Ooh.
And our best of parade float following that. I'm thinking this might be the Hull Life-Saving Museum.
It's hard to tell.
I don't want to speak until I know for sure. It's definitely an American independence theme. That's
yes. We've got the boat there following it, talking about the Hull Illumination Festival, which is another great event after we get through all the fireworks to take
Friday,
in.
July 30th, coming up soon.
Saturday. July 30th.
Saturday, excuse me.
It is. It's beautiful. I've been to it a couple of times. It's excellent.
The Hull Life-Saving Museum is fabulous to visit if you have not been there, and it's so close by. Great history.
And here we have the second line brass band, 30-piece raucous stomp your foot and belt out the chorus type of band. They do New Orleans-style street music, and they're based in Somerville and Cambridge, Massachusetts.
There's a band for every taste this year.
And it looks like this might be it.
Yeah,
that is it. We've got the
parade committee.
The parade committee going by. And, if you like this parade, it is a wonderful group to get involved with. They do a lot of great work, and it's a community organization that would take any volunteers, might want to be involved. So I want to thank everybody for joining us again this year. Another beautiful parade. Just thank you again for joining us.
Thank you. It was great.
Great pleasure to be here with you, Eric. It's a wonderful day in Hingham, and I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July and wonderful summer. Thank you very much.
Certainly.
Best place on earth.
It certainly is.
And a big thank you to all of the HCAM staff and the businesses downtown here who have helped contribute and given us some of the our Wi-Fi or our electricity. A lot of planning goes into this, and just a big thank you to them as well. You'll see their specific recognition in our credit roll at the end here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Happy 4th.